Hello YouTube, my name is Mici and this video is about something I'm doing this month called Red January. So you can go online and have a look in detail what this actually is. But basically it stands for Run Every Day in January. And there's no sort of like distance, like you set your own personal goals. So because I've not been running for the last 6 months, I want to say, prior to January, I started off with very small goals. So I started off just doing 3 kilometers every day, and I do 1 or 2 5 kilometers in a week. Well, I have done, because I'm only on day 20, so I've done nearly 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. That's it, yeah. So it started off the first week I only did 1 5k, I think, or maybe I did 2. I'll have to have a look. I'm using an app called Strava, which tracks it, which is really, really cool. It had a bit of some bugs at the start of the year, but that's sort of ironed out now. So that's really good to keep track of everything. It's also really, really cold in England, so I had a lot of running stuff from last year that I got for Christmas, so I've been wearing thermals and gloves and a headband to keep my ears warm. So yeah, if you're taking part in this yourself, if you want to start running and you're in England for the next 2 months, then you definitely need these things. So I definitely recommend buying gloves, long sleeve shirts, and they're called buffs because you can use them to put around your neck, or you can put them around your head as well. But I use one to keep my ears warm because I hate getting any sort of earache in my ears. So that I literally can't go out without one because I will just feel terrible when I get back. I've also been going on my lunch break at work, so if you're like me and you're busy either end of work, you can't wake up early to save your life. That's the way I roll. So you don't have to worry about getting up really, really early to go for a run, and you don't have to worry about running in the dark, because it's dark at 4 p.m. now in the UK. So if you don't want to run in the dark, and it's also dark prior to 8 a.m. as well, so if you want to go running in the daytime and you don't want to feel like you have to squeeze it in before work or after work, then lunchtime running is a really good idea. Excuse me. I'm really lucky to have a shower at work, so I can get changed, go for a run, and then come back, have a lovely warm shower when you're absolutely freezing from running outside, and then go back to work. And it sort of breaks up your day as well. So if you have an office job like I do, then you're not sat down throughout the entire day. So yeah, if you're thinking about, if you absolutely loathe doing any sort of exercise like I do, then running is really, really good. Also, the whole mental health tie-in. So I'm doing it for a charity called Mind, which is a mental health charity, and they help by giving support to people that have mental health problems. And it's also the slogan is to do Red January to beat the blues. So it does actually really help. I've had a few sort of humps in the month where I'm oh god, I feel really rubbish today, and I'm I don't want to go running, it sucks, I hate this. And then I've been well, I'm doing Red January so I have to go out. And then by the time I've gone out and come back, I'm that was amazing, I'm so happy now. And so it really, really does work. And it's one of those short-term fulfillments, because if you've not ran before, there's no way that you're gonna run the first time and then run the second time and just be as bad. It's a work in progress that actually it progresses quite quickly. I remember doing my very, very first run. There's a thing in the UK, and I think it's in some places around the world, called Park Run, and basically it's all a volunteer run, and you go to a park, and there's absolutely hundreds of them all over the UK, and like I said, dotted around in other places. But it's a little community, and you all go and you all run, and it gets timed, and you get an actual time at the end. So it feels like progression, because you're beating yourself every week and everyone around you. You might, there might be one person there that you feel you're always level with, and then the next week you'll overtake them, and they sometimes have paces, so if you want to get under so many minutes, then you run with that person. And they're only 5 kilometers, and there's always somebody helping the person at the back. So it's always like, it's nice if you're not first, and it's nice that you're at the back as well, because you get the same sort of support. But that's really like changed my life, like running wise. Like, it's nice to go, and everybody, because I go every week, everyone knows who I am now. So that's really, really cool. Like, I think doing anything with a group of people always like inspires you to do more. So that's been helping. So yeah, I don't see the downside of running every day right now. I kind of want to do it for the rest of the year, but I think my legs will probably complain if I do. But yeah, I mean, physically, my one thing as well, if you've not run before in a winter month, it takes a few, I want to say it takes maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 runs before you lose you get a very tight chest because you're breathing in very, very cold air, and it can make you cough. But that does go away. You get used to it. Your lungs are sort of like power through, like they just get used to it. So that's another thing that puts people off from running in the winter. But absolutely just go for it. Just do it. It's definitely worth it. And again, like, that's like less than a week turnaround, and you'll feel like, I mean, it might take some people a little bit longer, but it's like that's a goal within itself. If you can run and not cough your guts up afterwards, then like you feel good about it. But yeah, I think the park run thing and using Strava is really good for, like, you know, like your time. So you've got a time in your head. You're like, oh, I really need to beat this time this week. And even if you just shave a few seconds off, like, that is progress, and everyone loves a short-term progress. Like, goals that don't take that long to attain are the best kind, right? But then it's short-term and long-term, because you can look at yourself in a year's time. You might have like lost a bit of weight. You might be like just stronger. Like, my body feels so much stronger. Like, just things like going upstairs, breathing steadily, and you just feel better. You feel like you've got more energy as well, even though you're like draining it from running. You kind of like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely tired now after doing 20 days continuously. But I woke up this morning, like, this is a good example. I woke up this morning and I had to be at parkrun for 9 a.m. and I woke up, my intention was to wake up at 8 a.m. and get ready, but I was like so tired that I got up at like 20 past 8, and I'm thinking like, well, I have to get ready, I have to factor in travel time, and I was like, this is so impossible, and I wanted to go back to sleep, and I just kept telling myself, go to the run, come home, have a shower, and go back to sleep. But when I got home, I was so sort of pumped that I'd done well, like better than I did last week, that I was like, oh my god, yes, I'm gonna make myself some breakfast now. Like, instead of like fueling myself with like sleep, like recovery, then I recovered from just eating a massive breakfast. And no, I say massive, I just mean like a cooked breakfast. Like, if you're running and your like intention is to lose weight, then don't have a huge cooked breakfast afterwards. That's probably not a good idea. But yeah, everyone try running. It's so good. It's so fun, and you feel really good afterwards. I think, I don't know. Let me know what you think about running anyway. I definitely recommend it if you absolutely hate exercise. And yeah, and also, like, look out for these people that have mental health issues, and donate to my Just Giving if you want to. I think because it ends like at the end of the month, I might use a bit more of my pay when I get paid, because end of the month pay, I might use a bit more to boost it a little bit, because I'll have done the challenge then, and I'll be like, yes, 31 days behind me, so I might just push it a little bit more, try and get over that goal. But anyway, I hope this video has been fun and inspiring maybe. I don't know. Like, what are your New Year's resolutions? Are you being a stereotypical, I'm going to get into shape this year? Like, that seems to be the thing everybody does. I wouldn't say, I don't know, I say it every year, oh, I'm going to get into shape. But everybody sort of like slows down towards Christmas. It's a hectic time of the year. And it's okay, you can do that. You can do that. I think that's it. I feel like I've ranted a lot. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I can't wait to run in these shoes. And you can see them like super comfortable, super comfortable. I'm gonna go, so thank you for watching and I will see you soon.